be fine now. 大丈夫かな？はいはい。Yeah, so my streaming software didn't work. Normally it's super stable and I always test it, but every now and then something happens, so like yeah, I need to kind of keep fixing, and sometimes I have to delete everything and reinstall, and then it works. Anyway, sorry for the wait. It was actually working like a few days ago and also earlier it was fine, and then when I was about to start streaming, it's like something doesn't work, so like I kind of had to fix it quickly. I hope this is fine. Right, so ne, let's get started. Okay, let me see. Have everything everywhere right now, so my notes, let me just put my notes up here. Okay, so we're gonna start from here. Okay, and let me just check the chat. One sec. ちょっと待ってね。Ooh, let me say hello to one sec. I need to turn off something. Yeah, okay. I had like my cursor on and I was showing what I was doing with my mouse, so had to turn it off. Anyway, let me say hello to is it Falcons? You're here from the beginning. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. It's all fixed, I hope. I think it is. And SN, welcome to my membership. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your support. ありがとうね。And Falcons say no worries. ありがとうね。This just happens, you know. It's not just me. Happens to many people when they're streaming. So, and who else is here? Hechi, you're here. Good to see your name here. And Meroy, you're here. ごきげんよう。Cool down, you're here. Axiom, OBS くん頑張れ。頑張れ。It worked. It's Hitch is asking, is it because of the OBS update? Yeah, since the new update, sometimes it doesn't close, so I might just go back to the previous version and see if it improves. Yeah, sometimes when they release a new update, it's not fully stable, so I shouldn't have updated, I guess, but we'll see. And let's see, T-Vic. Hi Sensei, finally able to catch a live. Thank you. Good to have you here. And Dromar, you're here. Nice and early. Well, I was late anyway, so that's good. Cool down says hello, and yeah, Hechi is greeting Jomar. Good. All right. Whew. Oh my gosh, I panicked. I shouldn't have, but well, you know, everything is ready now, so I'm gonna get started. Okay. When it comes to like you know, streaming on OBS, once it's running, it will run. But sometimes, like, you know, before setting, you know, everything up, sometimes it could be glitchy. So that's what I was struggling with. But once it's live, once it's, you know, running, it should be fine. So fingers crossed. ちょっと待ってね。はい。So I won't be able to check the chat, and because I want to focus on teaching. You know, especially for making an archive or archives. You know, it's just better to just focus and just, you know, keep on explaining, reading without being interrupted. So let's see. One sec. So I have the screen here. We're gonna be reading 第7話ね、第7話ね The 7th episode of MyGo. Okay. I hope you've been following my streams and you're up to date on what's happening in the story. Okay. Just a few more in the chat. One sec. ちょっと待ってね。Yeah, Fakion says OBS do well, can be a bit weird sometimes. Yeah, it's pretty stable when it works. It's just like any other software, I guess, you know. Every now and then, you know, there's some, you know, there are some hiccups here and there. So, but once it works, it works. Anyway. And Alexander, you're here and saying hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. Falcon's already the 7th? It is. Yeah, but the thing is, like, you don't want to see this, but it has a lot of episodes here. I mean, with the anime version, you know, they have, is it 12 or 13? I think it's 12 or 13. And then, of course, the final episode in the manga, not manga, sorry, in the anime, you know, it's like they show a sneak preview of Ave Mujica. So, you know, MyGo's story and Ave Mujica's story are connected. So this is, you know, a little bit more like an introduction to. Anyway, so okay, I have to not close, but like I need to hide the chat so I can focus. ごめんね. Okay, and then put my notes instead. It's right here. Hi. And I'm gonna start. One sec. ちょっと待ってね. I have some file. I have one new file here, so I'm gonna keep it on the side too. So let's start. One sec. ちょっと待ってね. I have so much in front of me. Sorry. It's not easy to navigate. One sec. Give me just a bit more time. One sec. I think it's fine. Okay, here we go. So I can. Whoop. Sorry, I need to move this one. I just put it on top here. Okay, here we go. はい、じゃあ始めます。ね、so this is Saki ちゃん。ね、Saki ちゃん。Saki ちゃん used to go to Tsukinomori, you know, the elite girls academy. But for some reason, she had to, you know, she had to go she had to change her school to Haneoka. Haneoka is where Anon-chan and Tomori goes. So that's where Saki-chan is right now. Okay, you don't have to understand any of this yet, but hopefully, you know, after reading this episode, you understand what this is about. ね、はい、じゃあ始めるよ。読むね、読む。To read, I need to always do this. So here, 羽岡女子学園校門前ね、羽岡。As I just said, you know, 羽岡女子学園 is a girls, you know, school academy, where Tomori and Anon-chan and also Saki-chan, you know, go. 校門 is this, you know, front gate, and in front of that, so in front of the front gate. はい。So briefly, Mutsumi-chan was on screen, and people are like, or more like students are like, talking about her, and then you understand why they're like whispering to each other. Well, this is not voice, so I have to say it myself. 生徒、ね、student A、ね、生徒 A。あの子、ごめん、もう一回。あの子、月の森の制服だよね。あの子。talking about むつみちゃん。月の森の制服。月の森の制服。制服、ユニフォーム、ね、制服、月の森の制服、月の森、as I just said, 月の森 is the, kind of elite, prestigious girls academy, where Soyo-chan, Soyo goes, and also Mutsumi-chan goes there too. So 月の森の制服、ね。It's the uniform of Tsukinomori, that prestigious, elite, girls' school. だよね。制服だよね。So isn't that the uniform of Tsukinomori, or it's the uniform of Tsukinomori, right? And 生徒 B, there's no sound for this. 生徒 student B. ねえ、あの子、お笑いの若葉の娘じゃない？テレビで見たことある。ねえ、あの子。they're like, the students are like talking to each other, kind of whispering, like, hey, yeah. So, ねえ、あの子。Hey, あの子。That girl. Of course, talking aboutむつみちゃん。お笑いの若葉の娘。ね、お笑い。comedy。お笑い。Of course, as you can guess, お笑い is from 笑う。笑う is to laugh. Okay? And 笑い。笑い is the muscle stem. ですね。笑います。So, and then, it's just a beautification. お笑い。comedy. お笑いの若葉。若葉。It's just the name of the comedian. お笑いの若葉の娘。ね、娘。daughter. Or it could be a girl, but in this case, it's a daughter. 若葉の娘じゃない？ So here, it just says お笑いの若葉。It's more like they meant お笑い芸人。お笑い芸人の若葉。ね、お笑い芸人。comedian。芸人。Yeah. So お笑い芸人の、お笑いの、お笑い芸人の若葉の、it's just the name of the comedian の娘じゃない？ね、Isn't she the daughter of that, comedian 若葉？So Mutsumi-chan's surname, Mutsumi-chan's family name is 若葉。テレビで見たことある。ね、テレビで TV テレビで on TV. This de is by using something で by using a tool, and テレビで on TV in this case. 見たことある。見たことある。So look. 見る。This 見る。Oh, they're doing some kind of work outside. You might hear this. I don't know. All of a sudden they started. I don't know what's going on outside. But it's going like ga ga. I hope you can't hear it much, but it's pretty loud. 見る. Okay? 見る. What about just a normal, miru, simple miru. Well, why is it miru? Written like this. So the difference is that this is mostly used for, shows, and programs, films, sport, events and things like that, where you kind of observe things or watch things, attentively. And this is miru. Okay, so that's why it's written a bit differently. But even if you use the simple one, it's okay. But especially for like plays, like theater plays and sport and things like that, we use this one. Okay, and since the student is talking about seeing her on TV, so it's she was watching a TV show, right? So it's a program. So that's why this miru is used. But using the other miru is fine too. The simple one. But the major difference is that, this type of miru, is to watch something, attentively. But the other miru, mostly used like for watching, seeing, looking at something, but maybe sometimes you're not paying that much attention or taking things in too much too. Okay, so the simple miru is a little bit more broad, but this kind of complicated miru, of course it's the past tense. 見たことがある、見たことがある, life experience, I've seen, I've watched her. So yeah, this is mostly for watching a show, watching a sport event, theater plays, and films. Yeah, films as well, movies as well. But for movies and films, it's so common that you can just use the simple one too. Nobody's gonna bite you. Should be fine. But anyway, so 見たね、見た、見る、past tense 見た、見た、たことandが is dropped. 見たことある、見たことがある。So I've watched her, I've seen her on TV. ね、はい。そう、生徒 C 生徒 C ね、生徒 C another extra person says 確かお母さん大女優なんだよね。超お嬢様だし、やっぱ月の森に通ってるんだな。Okay, so 確かお母さん of course talking about Mutsumi-chan's お母さんね、her mother 大女優なんだよね。So let's see. So from this sentence, even though the word here is 確か could mean a lot of different things. Okay, from from what it says, with the kanji, it means like it's certain or I'm sure. But in this case, it's more like it's not 100% sure. So this 確か is used with this meaning. If I remember correctly, yeah. So the person is actually not 100% sure. So it's more like a probably, kind of maybe, oh, isn't she, that girl? So 確か yeah, 確か can be used for something, that's not 100%. But you can also use 確か for like, oh, I'm sure. So it's a little bit confusing. But in this case, this girl, 生徒 C, 生徒 C, 生徒 C, it's not 100% sure, but it's more like, isn't she, isn't she the daughter of a really, really famous actress? Kind of thing. So, 確かお母さん、ね、mother or mom, her mother, お母さん、and then here, お母さん大女優なんだよね。お母さんは、大女優、actress、大女優、ね、大きい女優、大女優、ね。So like as you can imagine, famous actress, great actress, the actress that everyone knows, 大女優。確かお母さん、ね、あの子の、ね、that girl's お母さん、mother is 大女優。It's a famous actress なんだよね。Right? 超お嬢様だし、超お嬢様、超 super. As in 超, and you can put pretty much whatever you want. 超. Normally, we put an adjective like 超有名、超おいしい、超かわいい so on and so forth. But in this case, 超お嬢様、ね、お嬢様お嬢様、we had お嬢様 before. Yeah, like as in like お嬢様, 学校、and talking about 月の森. Remember 月の森 is where pretty much where all the rich kids go to. So 超お嬢様、ね、お嬢様、young lady, but from a very wealthy family. お嬢様。超お嬢様だし、let's see. やっぱ、of course from やっぱり。やっぱり。We had やっぱり so many times. So, you know what it is now. 月の森に通ってるんだな。See? 月の森に通う、ね、通う、to commute or to go somewhere, to attend school, 通う、So 月の森に since 月の森 is the name of of the prestigious school, elite school. So やっぱ月の森に in this case it's more like destination に、to the 月の森通ってるんだな。通う、to go or to commute, to go there and come back. 通う、通ってる、ね、she's going there, she goes there. 通っているんだな、通ってるんだな。やっぱやっぱ from of course やっぱり again this word just changes depending on what it is, so we've already talked about all this, but やっぱ月の森に通ってるね。So normally we have like four like major definitions, 1, 2, 3, 4, but in this case, let's see. やっぱ月の森に通ってる. Sometimes you just have to understand the context first. やっぱ月の森に通ってる. In this case, imagine, having a really like successful actress as a mother, and also, having a very famous, comedian as her dad, you would just imagine that, the child or the daughter would attend a very special school, right? So that's what this is about. As in this case, like as we can imagine, from these reasons. So as we can expect, as we can imagine, 月の森に通ってるんだな. Oh, she, goes there as we can imagine. Okay? So it's kind of mixture of like kind of 1 and 2, but again, there's no specific definition to, say what やっぱり is, but from the context, it's more like, as we can, imagine, there's no wonder, right? Because she's from a very rich family and having successful, mother and father, as parents. Of course, one can imagine that, she will go to a very, elite, special, super special, prestigious school, right? So that's what やっぱり is in this case. Yeah. やっぱ月の森に通ってるんだな. Oh, of course she goes there, right? As we can imagine, as we can expect, she does really, go there. She is going there. See? Oh, this is Saki-chan. So, Saki-chan doesn't go to Tsukinomori anymore. She used to. But Saki-chan instead goes to this school, which is Haneoka. And Saki-chan sees Mutsumi-chan, standing in front of the gate and looking worried. That's what it is now.
Saki.
So, Mutsumi-chan sees Saki-chan coming out of the school. Okay? So, Mutsumi-chan says, Saki. Of course, Saki. Saki-chan's full name is Sakiko. Okay? Sakiko, Togawa Sakiko. If you know. But Mutsumi-chan calls Saki-chan as Saki. Okay? See? Oh, they go to a coffee shop. So this is just the name of the coffee shop. Hazawa Coffee Den. Coffee actually has kanji for it. Okay? So Hazawa is just a name. It's a family name. It's run by the Hazawa family. So Hazawa Coffee Den, like shop, the coffee shop or like cafe, basically.
どうして勝手に羽岡へ来たんですの?
Saki-chan's not happy. So Saki-chan has a secret that she can't reveal. So she wants her secret to be hidden. Okay, so right now Saki-chan is super upset because, because of what Mutsumi-chan did earlier. Mutsumi-chan didn't reveal like any of Saki-chan's secret, but Saki-chan is being super, super careful. She doesn't want people to find out, what happened to Saki-chan. So, Saki-chan says, どうして勝手に羽岡へ来たんですの? She talks like, お嬢様, a young lady, a very wealthy, girl. And she says, どうして? Why? 勝手に羽岡へ来たんですの? I don't say 来たんですの myself, but this is you know, her character. 来たんですの? Of course, if it's super casual, どうして勝手に羽岡に来たの will be like more like standard and it's casual, you know. Everyone understands that, but it's just that Saki-chan just speaks in a very special way. Which makes her really cute. どうして勝手に羽岡へ来たんですの? 勝手に。ちょっと待ってね。よいしょっと。Here we go. 勝手に。A few different meanings. 勝手に。In this case, obviously, Saki-chan's upset. You know that Mutsumi-chan came to visit Saki-chan in her new school. So in this case, 勝手に just means like without asking, or 勝手に could mean like, you know, without my permission, without letting me know in this case. But 勝手に also means, you know, doing something, you know, as they wish. Or it means automatically. 勝手に動き出す or something, you know, automatically is, you know, starts moving. That's 勝手に. Again, depending on what this is, you know, the meaning will change. So in this case, it doesn't mean automatically. Mutsumi-chan is not, you know, a robot. So, really cute though. 勝手に, so without telling me, without asking, 羽岡へ来たんですの? 羽岡 is the name of the school she goes to now. 羽岡. That's where Tomori and Anon, you know, go as well. Well, Anon-chan actually bumped into Saki-chan previously too. 羽岡へ. Normally it's ni, but since she speaks in a very, very posh way, she says 羽岡へ is more old-fashioned and sounds more like proper. But pretty much nobody speaks like this. Okay? It's just her character. 羽岡へ来たんですの? 来たんですの? ね、来ましたか? 来ましたか or 来たの? If it's casual. Okay? So why did you come to Haneoka, you know, my school, you know, without telling me? Of course, she's not happy, you know?
メッセージ送っても返事なかったから。
Oh, Mutsumi-chan. Well, she's not a bad person, you know? She just wanted to help. So Mutsumi-chan says, メッセージ送っても返事なかったから。Okay? メッセージ送っても、let's look at it. Okay. よいしょ。返事なかった。返事、ね、response, reply. 返事なかった。So let's take a look. メッセージを送っても、of course, メッセージを is dropped. メッセージを送っても、even though, you know, I did this, you know, I sent you a message. Actually, messages. It's not just one. Many messages. メッセージを送っても、返事 response, reply 返事なかった of course 返事がなかった、if it's 返事があった then it's fine, right? 返事があった you know, there was a reply, but 返事がある。negative 返事がない。and ない's past tense is なかった。so 返事がなかった。ね、there was no response, so reply. Even though Mutsumi-chan was trying to contact Saki-chan, Saki-chan didn't respond for a reason. She's a mystery girl. Of course, Mutsumi-chan was sending messages because of Soyo-chan. Soyo-chan was asking Mutsumi-chan, like, hey, just contact, please contact Saki-chan. I want to find out what's going on, blah, blah, blah. So that's why Mutsumi-chan was sending messages to Saki-chan just to see if Saki-chan, is okay.
私のことは誰にも言わないでほしいと言いましたわよね。
Oh. So Saki-chan says, 私のことは誰にも言わないでほしいと言いましたわよね。Oh yeah. 私のことはね、about me 誰にも言わないでほしい。よいしょ。ちょっと待ってね。私のことは誰にも言わないでほしい。If you say 誰にも言わない。誰にも言わない。don't say, don't tell anybody. And ないでほしい。誰にも言わないでほしい。Let's take a look. One sec. It's the variation of, てほしい but there you go. ちょっと待ってね。But a lot of people kind of get confused when it comes to, want them to do something. So I just kind of put it together really quickly. Pretty brief, but just in case you're confused, with たい and 欲しい and somebody にて欲しい. Okay, here's a nice summary I made super quickly. So, just let's go over them really quick. So, たい, of course, Thai form. The Thai form is I wanna. Okay, takes the muscle stem, and this was included in the verb conjugation, table. So, ラーメンが食べたい。ね、ラーメンが食べたい。I wanna eat ramen. Particle is changed to が normally, after the object, after the direct object, it takes ラーメンを食べる isn't it? ラーメンを食べる but when you're using Thai, it's very, very common. It's very natural to switch to が like this, okay? Or switch to が just because of Thai. It's a very common thing. But it's not a mistake if you say ラーメンを食べたい. It's nothing wrong with that. But ラーメンが食べたい just makes it sound a little bit more natural. And 日本に行きたい. 日本に行く, 日本に行きたい. I want to go to Japan. That's easy. And then the negative of Thai, simply Thai changes to たくない. Just like an E adjective. So that's pretty easy. たくない. So 仕事したくない. I don't want to work. 仕事したくない. Okay? And then the cool thing is like once you make the Thai form, you can just conjugate this, just like other E adjectives. So that's why it changes to this. And Thai, if you want to do the past tense, it will be たかった. So ラーメンが食べたかった will be I wanted to eat ramen. So that's really handy, isn't it? So if you say 日本に行きたい change たい to たかった行きたかった means I wanted to. Okay, that's really handy. So like this is a very efficient way to kind of multiply what you can say in Japanese with minimal effort. So if you see those connections, it makes things so much easier. And in the case of たい、たくない negative. And if you want to do the ない to なかった、let's see, if you say 仕事したくなかった will be I didn't want to work. Okay, that's pretty handy, isn't it? So just, kind of multiplying one thing and expand it, to 4, 5 times. That's like my way of teaching and my way of learning too. The simple thing. Of course, everyone knows the Thai form, but can you expand it? Can you say 1,000 different sentences using this and with, of course, conjugation too? Not many students can do that. So anyway, and a lot of people get confused with が欲しい. 欲しい. Because of the English translation, want and something, right? But this one, wanna, and it follows, followed by a verb, right? So, wanna eat, wanna go, I wanna go. But something が欲しい is I want blah blah. Okay, so you need a noun. 時間が欲しい I want time. 新しいパソコンね。A new PC. Something が欲しい It's just a set pattern. You don't want to overthink what this が means. It's just what it is. It just comes with it. So 時間が欲しい新しいパソコンが欲しい友達が欲しい so on and so forth. 仕事が欲しい欲しい If you want to do the negative, 欲しくないね I don't want it. So 古い服古いね old 服 clothes が欲しくないね I don't want old clothes. So this is more like kind of, standard way of saying, but depending on the context, depends on, it always depends on the context. So in some cases we say 古い服は欲しくない but this kind of implies that you have something else to say. So it's not just always が sometimes it could be は depending on the nuance, depending on what nuance you want to use. But anyway, and let's go here. たい欲しい here, but here again another 欲しい but it's a bit different. Somebody に so you put the person. Somebody に verb 定 form 欲しい、ね、want them to do this. So if I say みんなに somebody に頑張ってほしい、ね、頑張って定 form 頑張ってほしい、ね、I want everyone to do their best, try their best. みんなに頑張ってほしい。But of course, depending on what it is, sometimes we don't have to mention here. Okay, let's see. But what if I wanna use I don't want them to do this. Two things here. So somebody needs to put a name, or it could be a koneko, or animals, pets, whatever. Somebody に verb 定 form 欲しくない That's easy, isn't it? 欲しい Negative is 欲しくない anyway, so 欲しくない That's one thing you can say. 子猫に朝早く early in the morning 泣いて欲しくないね、泣く in this case is to meow, to make animal sounds. So 泣く、泣いて定 form 泣いて欲しくない So I don't want my kitten ね to meow early in the morning. Actually, it's not my kitten, but it's more like the bigger one, Yuffie, and she's fully grown, but she just meows at 5 a.m. Until I get up and fill her food, her food is actually full. But she wants me to serve. So Great. Huh? So somebody に verb 定 form 欲しくない。Another thing that you can also do this. You can use the ない form here. So, and somebody にない and then ないで欲しい。欲しい。Keep the 欲しい there, but, instead this, verb 定part, you can change it to the ない form. Something ないで欲しい。Okay? So, still, meaning-wise, I don't want them to blah, blah, blah. But it's more like with frustration. And you're like, please stop it kind of thing. So, I'm just, writing a similar sentence. 子猫に朝早く泣かない、ない form. 泣かないでほしい。ね。Of course, in terms of the translation, I don't want my kitten to, meow early in the morning. The same, but this is more like with like frustration, and then I'm irritated, or like I'm annoyed, or like I hope that this wouldn't happen kind of nuance too. But they're very similar. So even if you use one of them and not the other, there isn't a major difference because it depends on the context. So if you are actually annoyed by these things, then you just add more context later or before. So it's it's not a big deal. Okay? So because we don't just talk, with one sentence, right? That's weird. Who does that? There's always like a flow. There's a flow in a conversation, and we don't say everything, but it's understandable from what they said, what I said, what we're gonna say after. So it doesn't matter, I picked the wrong one. There's no right or wrong in this case. If you wanted to say, I'm actually frustrated about that, and then instead you use this, it's okay, just explain it. Explain your feeling after, or before, like you can say, 全然寝れない or something, 寝れない or 寝られない I can't sleep. So then it's obvious that you are frustrated, right? So in Japanese, it's so flexible that even native speakers like keep improvising. It's more like freestyling in Japanese. So you don't have to say the right complete sentence and then like, I just made an epic sentence and I just shut up. And like you don't want to do that. In Japanese, it's so flexible. You can just keep like kind of improvising it. It is actually fine. A lot of native speakers do that, and including myself. So anyway, let's go back. So, 誰にも言わないでほしい. Okay, so don't want don't want you to tell anybody, about that. Okay, obviously, Saki-chan is hiding something. Okay, Saki-chan has a big secret that nobody knows apart from Mutsumi-chan. Okay, so because these two are very tight, very close friends, but Saki-chan, something happened to her. I kind of know why, but I'm not gonna tell you. It's such a spoiler. So she has a secret, and that she doesn't want to reveal to anybody else. 誰にも言わないでほしい. Okay? I don't want you to tell anybody about that, about me. そう言いましたわよね。言いましたわよね. Very much kind of お嬢様, young lady talk. 言いましたわよね. Very feminine. I told you not to tell anybody, right? I told you that I don't want you to tell anybody, right? Very stern.
誰にも言ってない。
誰にも言ってない。Okay? 誰にも言ってない。 So I haven't told anybody. 誰にも言ってない。So you might be wondering like, oh, what's this ni and what is this mo? This mo it's the same thing as like 誰もいない、どこにも行きたくない or何も食べたくない. It's the same mo. And to make a strong negative. So if you say 何も食べてない for example 何も食べてない I haven't eaten anything. So that's where more comes from. And this ni is like, telling somebody. So, 誰にも言ってない。ね、じゃ例えば、友達に秘密を言う。For example, 友達に秘密を言う。友達 is the indirect object. ね、友達に秘密 secret 秘密を教える is fine too 秘密を教える秘密を言う in this case it's gonna be the same thing so I'm gonna just use the same verb here so 言う for example so 友達 a friend this ni comes after an indirect object. Okay? 秘密 is a secret, is a secret. And this is the direct object. What is a direct object? It's the actual thing that you say, isn't it? And if you're confused about this ni, it's exactly the same thing as like 友達にプレゼントをあげる structure. Okay? A lot of verbs actually take that structure. So you tell something, to somebody. Okay. So this ni comes after an indirect object. Indirect object is a receiver. Okay. So that's where this ni comes from. 誰にも言ってない。ね、EU 言って定フォーム。言ってない。言っていない。I haven't told anybody. ちょっと待ってね。
あんな目立つ真似をされては言ったも同然。
One sec, just one sec, my tracking stopped. Let me fix that. What happened? ちょっと待ってね。Oh no. Work, please. ちょっと待って。One sec, I might need to reset my motion capture. One sec. ちょっと待ってね。一回消えます。はい。ちょっと待ってね。I might have to close my motion capture. ちょっと待って。Today is not my day. かなWhat happened to my capture? Oh yeah, here we go. One sec. ちょっと待ってね。Resetting. And webcam ちょっと待ってね。よし。Where did it go? Let me try again. Normally it's super stable, but it's restarting. My mocap, it should be working. One sec. Just user. Here we go. Yeah, it should be on. Okay, one sec. お、今日は大変だ。Not my day today. ちょっと待ってね。Where did it go? よいしょ。Fixing. Here we go. できたダメ今大丈夫ごめんねYeah, now it's done. I just want to get it done quickly today. Then I don't know, it's not my day today. ちょっと待ってね。and さきちゃん says あんな目立つ真似をされては言ったも同然。ね、あんな目立つ真似をされては言ったも同然。Okay, let's see. ね、目立つ。ね、we had 目立つ before. It's to stand out. When like Anon chan was saying, like playing the guitar and singing will make her stand out. 目立つyeah. And let's see 目立つ真似ね真似真似 normally means like like imitation mimicry because 真似をする is to copy somebody or mimic somebody but 真似 but in this case this 真似 it's more like talking about action or behavior okay not talking about Mutsumi-chan like trying to copy or mimic somebody talking about Mutsumi-chan's behavior or action 目立つ真似をされては言ったも同然、ね、目立つ真似をする but changed to される真似をされては、目立つ真似をされては So 目立つ action ね or behavior or 目立つこと is fine too をする but changed to される which is passive あんな目立つ真似をされてはされる Why is it passive? Because Saki-chan feels that she's like the kind of victim not like victim but she feels like she did such a thing to her okay so from her point of view she she did this this 目立つ真似like she didn't really like say hey look at me kind of thing but she was in this special uniform standing in front of her school okay so then naturally students from her school will look at her and like hey isn't she like the isn't she wearing this like really cool elite uniform and she's her parents are super famous kind of thing okay so that's why she's saying 目立つ目立つ真似をされてはshe is the one who did this and Saki-chan is saying she did that to me so she's it's not that Saki-chan did that to Mutsumi-chan 目立つ真似をされてはねif I'm done something like that by you 言ったも同然ね言ったね from you 言ったも同然ね同然 is like the same it's almost the same ね同然ね could be similar it could be the same it's just like this 同然 something も同然in this case 言ったも同然 it's almost the same as saying it okay 言ったも同然 because she was standing with this in this uniform everyone was looking at her like hey she's from from that school blah 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 so like it's almost the same as telling everyone about what about Saki-chan she's exaggerating it it's not that Mutsumi-chan was standing in front of the gate telling everyone Saki-chan's secret that's not what she did but Saki-chan feels like oh you did such a thing to me it's almost same as telling people about me
そよが心配してる。家に行きたいって。
そう、そよちゃんね、そよが心配してる。家に行きたいって。Since Mutsumi-chan and Soyo-chan were talking, earlier. そよが心配してる。心配する to worry. 心配している。心配してる。state condition. So, そよが心配してる。そよちゃん is worried. And, 家に行きたいって。Of course, そよちゃん。talking about そよちゃん。She wants to go to your ear, your house. Ooh, don't.
引っ越したとでも言っておいてくださる？
So, さきちゃん says, 引っ越したとでも言っておいてくださる？ Okay? So, 引っ越す。引っ越す。ね。somewhere に引っ越す or place に引っ越す。ね。to move to a place. And she says, 引っ越したとでも、ね、言っておいてくださる。It's a bit long, so let's see. 引っ越したとでも言う to say, but 言ってておく。ね、to do that for now or to do something in advance. So, 引っ越したとでも言っておく。So, 引っ越す。past tense 引っ越した。引っ越したとIf you ignore this, 引っ越したと言っておいてくださる Still makes sense, but 引っ越したとでも言っておいてくださる This demo is pretty much the same as 例えば寿司でも食べる、ね、寿司でも食べる For example, noun でも and just when you're suggesting do you want to eat something like sushi, without specifying, without giving like an absolute, option, but you're like, picking like one of the things you want to kind of suggest. And sushi でも食べる、ね、something like sushi, 食べる、ね、you want to eat. But it's the same でも。そう、引っ越したとでも言っておいてくださるね、言う to say 言っておく言っておくね、ておく to do something in advance or to do that for now 置いておく置いててくださるThe casual version will be 置いてくれるね、くれる、gifting verb but くださる very posh So would you more like, would you mind doing this for me? So, 引っ越したとでもね、言う。そう、引っ越したとでも言うね。To say, something like this, something like that, I moved. Things like that. でも言っておいてくださるね。そう、引っ越したとでも言っておく。ね。So tell Soyo ちゃんthat I moved out or something like that. Okay? So this something like that is like this. でも it doesn't mean but. 引っ越したとでも言っておいてくださる So she just say something like this. 言っておくおいてくださるね Could you do that? Would you do that for me? Poor Mutsumi-chan. Mutsumi-chan's always like in between, stuck in between, and always kind of being used, not used, but she's not doing things out of her will.
むつみにはそんな芸当はできませんわね。
So Saki-chan sounds very kind of harsh, especially when she talks to Mutsumi-chan. It's just because they grew up together and, she doesn't really mean to be mean, but right now she's super upset that maybe people might find out why, Saki-chan is in the current school and she doesn't want people to find out. So, sigh. むつみにはそんな芸当はできませんわね。むつみにはね、むつみには、to むつみ to むつみちゃん、そんな芸当ね、芸当it's not a very common word. 芸当 like means like a trick or performance. ね、again, she's kind of exaggerating, also like kind of mocking Mutsumi-chan here too, but like not like trying to be mean or anything. It's just that it shows that Saki-chan is super frustrated, so that's why she sounds a bit mean to her best friend. Mutsumiにはそんな芸当はできませんわね。芸当 again, as I said, performance or trick, but you know, think about like just like an action is fine. そんな芸当ね、performance like that, but like it's more like, you know, kind of clever thing is fine, you know. むつみにはそんな芸当はできませんわね。できません from できる。できる is from する isn't it? する to do potential できるできる can do できません can't do できませんはね again very feminine and very posh. So むつみ you know むつみにはね to むつみそんな芸当はできませんわね you can't do such a thing, right? That's a bit mean.
私はもう行きます。むつみ、伝書鳩になってはいけませんわ。ごきげんよう。
So, Saki-chan says, 私 Did she say 私 or 私 I think she said 私 She's very posh. Let's see. ちょっと待ってね。
私はもう行きます。むつみ、伝書鳩になってはいけませんわ。ごきげんよう。
Okay. So she said 私 It's very posh. Super formal. It's her character. 私はもう行きます。ね、I'm going now. むつみ、伝書鳩になってはいけませんわ。ね、伝書鳩。That's what Mutsumi-chan is now. From 鳩 pigeon 鳩伝書鳩ね、伝書鳩ね、carry a pigeon, you know, carries like a letter letters. 伝書鳩になってはいけません。ね、something になる。to be, to become a 伝書鳩伝書鳩 carry a pigeon、なるなって手はいけない手はいけませんわなってはいけない you can't you shouldn't be、ね、you can't do that、ね、伝書鳩になってはいけませんわ like you mustn't、ね、become a carrier pigeon、she's talking about you know being like a messenger between Soyo and Saki-chan. That's what she's talking about. ごきげんよう。Yeah, it is. ごきげんよう。Yeah, ごきげんよう is pretty flexible. Yeah, here in this case, it means like you know, bye. Cheers. Cheerio. Let's see. Aww. Can I go a little bit more? I wonder. Let's see.
なんでいるわけ
So Taki-chan is looking not impressed. なんでいるわけなんではいるね to be いるわけ Why it means why is she here? Because she's looking at somebody. Okay. なんでいるわけ Like why are you here? Or why is she here?
ソヨさんに呼ばれたんですバンドのことで話したいことがあるからって
Oh, see, so Anonちゃんsays ソヨさんに呼ばれたんですね、ソヨさんに呼ばれた呼ぶ ね、呼ぶ to call、呼ぶ、呼ばれる、ごめん、ちょっとこっちね。呼ぶ to call somebody、呼ばれる passive ですね。to be called、呼ばれる、呼ばれた so past tense of、呼ばれる so I was called、呼ばれたんです。and by whom？ ソヨさん。ね、ソヨさんに呼ばれたんです。ね、I was called、well, to come here by ソヨ。バンドのことで話したいことがあるからって。バンドのこと、ね、about the band or about the band バンドのことで、ね、regarding this、話したいことがある。話したいこと、so verb noun combo, so something that she wants to say, she wants to talk about、話したいことがある、ね、something がある、ね、there is something that she wants to talk about regarding the band、because you know in the last episode Anon-chan asked Soyo-chan like, oh, would you like to, you know, play together? Would you like to, you know, make a band together? And Soyo-chan said, yeah, fine. So, バンドのことで話したいことがある、ね、あるからソヨさんに呼ばれた。Okay? Again, it's like reversed. Again, as I said, it's super common to just freestyle and like improvise in Japanese. So in the case of Anon-chan here, she's just saying like what it is first. You know, what she wanted to say first and added the rest of it. Normally, it should be kind of reversed. バンドのことで話したいことがあるから、So, ソヨさんに呼ばれた。Okay? But it's very common to kind of, you know, freestyle like this. So, let's see. ソヨちゃん。
ソヨさん来た。ソヨさ
ん。So, Anon-chan looks at Soyo-chan says, あ、ソヨさん来た。ソヨさん。Okay? Oh, Soyo-san came. Hey, ソヨさん。
アノンちゃん、お待たせ。呼び出したのに待たせちゃってごめんね。
So? And Soyo-chan says, アノンちゃん。ごめん。アノンちゃん、お待たせ。ね、お待たせね。Sorry to keep you waiting. お待たせ。こっちね。はい。で、and she apologizes. 呼び出したのに待たせちゃってごめんね。呼び出したのに、呼び出す。ね、呼び出す。to call somebody. summon somebody. 呼び出す or tell somebody to come. ね。come to a place. So, 呼び出した。past tense. 呼び出したのに、ね、though, ね、I called you, to come, but, let's see, though I called you to come, 待たせちゃってごめんね。ね、待たせる。ね、待つ。to wait, 待つ。待たせる。ね、and make somebody wait.which is causative. 待たせる。But in this case, this is, as I said, it's, you know, it's causative, but there's no like forcing involved. It's more just like, oh, you know, make somebody wait in this case. Sometimes it happens. 呼び出したのに待たせる。待たせちゃう。待たせてしまって、ね、I, you know, ended up making you wait. で、ごめんね。ね、I'm sorry that I actually made you wait. Even though I'm the one who called you to come out.
いいえ、全然待ってないです。
The difference between, you know, the way, I mean, you know, Anon-chan treats Soyo differently from Taki-chan. It's so clear. And Anon-chan, いや、ね、いや、全然待ってないです。ね、いや、nope、全然待ってないです。全然 plus negative ね、I didn't ね、I didn't wait at all 全然待ってないです。
ほら、また敬語になってるよ。この前普通でいいって言ったよね。
そう、そよちゃん says ほら like see また敬語になってるよ。敬語 we had a 敬語 earlier was it the last episode? Honorifics. So using honorifics like to make her sound polite to Soyo-chan. また敬語になってるよ。So like you're speaking, politely again or formally again. この前、the other day, or before is fine. 普通でいい。ね、普通でいいって言ったよね。普通でいい。普通 is fine. 普通 is fine. ね、普通普通 of course normal, regular, common, average, so many different meanings for 普通、ね、普通 normally 普通の and then plus a noun, the normal something. So even though Soyo-chan is saying 普通でいい what she meant is 普通の話し方ね、話し方ね、how to speak the way you speak、so 話し方 like speech、普通の話し方でいい it's fine, it's okay so、普通の話し方でいい、ね、normal、ね、way of speaking is fine okay and of course means that、we can just talk normally って言ったよね I said that, right?
それじゃあ私は仕事に戻るから。
Don't go. So Takiちゃん、says それじゃあね、それじゃあ私は仕事に戻るからね、それじゃあ then 私は仕事に戻るね、戻る to return to go back、私は仕事に、ねto work 戻るからね I'm going back to work so
待ってタキちゃん、話したいことがあるからちょっとだけ時間もらえないかな。
そう、そよちゃん、says 待ってタキちゃん、ね、待ってね wait ね wait タキちゃん話したいことがあるから again we had 話したいことがある before so something that I wanna talk about がある、ね、there's something that I wanna talk about so ちょっとだけね just a little bit ちょっとだけ時間もらえないかな、ね、時間をもらえないかな、かな I wonder if 時間をもらうちょっと待ってね、もらう、ね、to get something something from somebody、もらうpotential もらえる I can get of course get from in this case from Taki-chan もらえるもらえない is a negative of that but in this case もらえないかな she's just making herself a little bit like humble so and also kind of hesitating too not really like being assertive or pushy she doesn't want to push it to her so 話したいことがあるからちょっとだけ、ね、a little bit 時間をもらえるもらえないかな I wonder かな is I wonder but in this case she just means like can't you just give me some time some moment of course can I have some time can we talk about it in this case because Taki-chan was going back to work
今日ってバンドの話 だよね。
そう、アノンちゃん is surprised. 今日ってバンドの話だよね。今日って、of course 今日は、バンドの話ね。about the band だよね。Of course, you know, she's not even completing the sentence. She's just wondering, like, what? You know? Today, like, so if I feel them, 今日ってバンドの話をするんだよね。So like, I think, you know, we're gonna talk about the band today, right?
楽器編成のこととかあるし、メンバーのこと決めなきゃと思って。ベースが私でしょ、ギターはアノンちゃんで。
そう、そよちゃん says、楽器編成のこととかあるし、楽器編成楽器 of course instruments and 編成、like formation or you know organizing something, but in this case, you know, by saying 楽器編成Soyo-chan is just talking about who's going to play what instrument. Okay, makes sense. You know, like deciding, who's gonna be the lead vocalist, who's gonna be playing the drums, you know, who's going to play the lead guitar. That's what she's talking about. 楽器 instrument 編成、ね、編成、you know, arrangement or organizing something. So 楽器編成のこと。in this case, like about, you know, instrumental formation. That's weird. Sometimes it's weird to say it in Japanese. So like we gotta talk about, you know, like who's going to play what, とか etc. あるし、ね、there are things like this. メンバーのこと、ね、メンバーのこと、of course バンドメンバーのこと、決めなきゃ。決める、ね、to decide、ちょっと待ってね、どこ行った？よし、はい、ね、決める、ね、something を決める、to decide, you know, to make a decision on something、決める。So 決める、決めなきゃ、ね、決めないといけない、決めなきゃいけない。We've got to decide. We've got to decide what メンバーのことメンバーのことを決めなきゃいけないと思って、So I thought that we gotta, you know, decide, you know, things like, you know, band members, like who's going to be in the band, and also, you know, things such as, like who's going to play what instrument, and so on and so forth. ベースが私でしょ、ね、ベースが私。The bass or the bass player will be me, and ギターはね、the guitar and guitarist, of course in this case ギターはアノンちゃんで、ね、the guitarist will be アノンちゃんで、and in this case and
私はボーカルとギターね、ギタボなんで。
She wanted to kind of correct her a bit, and アノンちゃんsays 私はギターとごめんギターこっちごめん私はボーカルとギターね私はボーカルとギターね vocal and guitar ボーカルとギターね so not just the guitar、okay? 私はボーカルとギターね vocals I'll do the vocals and I'll be playing the guitar私はボーカルとギターね Right? Okay? ギタボなんでギタボねギタvocals、so someone、who is gonna be the front person ギタボなんで、ね、ギタボなんで is from、super casual but it's from ギタボなので is very formal in this case ギタボ is something ので noun なので therefore So, but なので made super casual. ギタボなんで it's like very common in like very young people. Like high schoolers sometimes like say なんで、but this なんで doesn't mean why. It's completely different. It's from なのでギタボね、ギター vocals guitar and vocals なんでなので it doesn't mean why. It's a totally different word. And ギタボなのでね so therefore I will be on I'll be doing the vocals and the guitar. That's what she wanted to say. Again, it's reversed. ギタボね私はギタボなんでボーカルとギターね。Yeah, very common to just do this, especially like much younger people cannot do this, you know. But some people criticize that it's not like correct to say it. But now, of course, languages always evolve, and it keeps changing. So, well, this is totally fine, especially in a casual setting like this.
それにキーボードも必要だし、けどドラムの心当たりはもうあるんだよね。
それに on top of that or in addition キーボードも必要ね。キーボードも必要だし、ね、キーボードも必要ね。キーボード we need the keyboard. Of course, we need a keyboard player. Normally, something が必要 something is necessary, something is needed. よいしょ。ね、but キーボードも必要 now changed to more because they were talking about different instruments, guitar, vocals, and who's doing the bass. And we also need the keyboard, keyboard player. けど but ドラムの心当たりはもうあるんだよね。ドラム drums の心当たり、心 like a heart 心当たり、当たり is from 当たる to hit something, so 心当たり something that hits your heart or mind, so it means you have something in mind. Okay. 心当たりがある、so she's kind of implying that oh I might know somebody. 心当たりがある。心当たりはもう already in this case もう is already もうある I already have somebody in mind for for the drums あるんだよね just an emphasis I do have somebody in mind for the drums. Guess who? 誰でしょうか。はい、
タキちゃん。
タキちゃんね、タキちゃん of course。
何
何 What?
アノンちゃんと一緒にバンドするんだけどタキちゃんも一緒にやらない
そう、ソヨちゃん says アノンちゃんと一緒にバンドするんだけど、ね、アノンちゃんとね with アノンちゃん一緒に together バンドするんだけど、ね、I'm going to be in the band or I'm gonna play in the band with アノンちゃん、butタキちゃんもね、一緒に together やらないやる to do やらない like、why don't you do it? Why don't you join us?
ソヨさん何言ってんの？
アノンちゃん 's upset. What? ソヨさん何言ってんの？ Like what are you talking about?
やらない。
タキちゃんやらないね。I'm not gonna do that. ね、やる to do やらないないnegative so I'm not gonna do that.
ソヨさんこの人いらないんで。
ソヨさんこの人 of course talking about タキちゃん poor タキちゃん don't treat タキちゃん like that、この人いらないんでいらないよdon't say that、いる normally something がいる to talk about you need, something. So, いる negative いらない don't need この人いらないんで、I don't need I don't need this person. Oh, so mean, Anonちゃん. Don't do that. Don't say something like that. この人いらないんでいらないのでいらないから、it's okay. Don't talk to her. Again, like it's not complete. この人いらないんで I don't need her. でいらないのでいらないから therefore いらないので、don't ask her ね聞かないでいいですよ、you don't need to ask her
ねえタキちゃんともりちゃんも一緒にやるって言ったらどうする
？And the music stops and Soyoちゃん、with an ultimate question ねえタキちゃん Heyタキちゃん、ともりちゃんも一緒にやるって言ったらどうする？ともりちゃんもね、ともりちゃん also 一緒にやる。ね、She will、play together って言ったらたら conditional ね、if ともりちゃん also says she will do it、どうする？ What would you do? Let's see.
ともりがやるわけない。あんなことがあってともりは傷ついてる。
Taki chan actually hesitated because Taki chan wants to play with Tomori so much and says ともりがやるわけないね、ともりがやるわけがない。ね、わけないが is dropped。ともりがやるわけない。ね、わけがない。Like, there's no way、ね、she would、do that。ともりがやるわけない。あんなことがあって。ね、あんなこと、such a thing、があって、ね、ある to be あって。So, something, of course, talking about, the split up, they broke up. The last band broke up and, Tomori and everyone else got hurt. So, あんなことがあって、Tomori は傷ついてる。ね、Tomori は傷ついてる。傷つくね、to get hurt。傷つく T フォーム傷ついてている、state condition、ともりは傷ついてる、ね、ともり is hurt、あんなことがあってねwe hadあんな of course あんなひどいこと it's not written but from the context あんなことがあってあんなひどいことがあってね、we had such a terrible thing and Tomori is hurt.
みんな傷ついてるよ。
みんな everyone ね、みんな傷ついてるよ。ね、everyone's hurt.
もう仕事戻るから。
She wants to go back to work so much. ね、もう again this もう frustration も仕事戻るから、仕事に戻る。I'm going back to work. So,
タキち
ゃん。she's gone.
何の話？ともりちゃんがどうとか、傷ついてるとか。
ね、what? ね、何の話？ What are they talking about?ともりちゃんがどうとか傷ついてるとかねともりちゃんがどうともりちゃん is how but it's more likeともりちゃん is blah 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 and 傷ついてるねともりちゃん is hurt and so on what are they talking about
待ってともりちゃんが言ってたダメになったバンドって
Like, hang on a minute. 待って。Like, wait. ともりちゃんが言ってたダメになったバンドって、ダメになったバンド、ね、ダメになる we had ダメになる before. In this case, it doesn't go well. ダメになった、didn't go well バンド、the band that didn't work out. ともりちゃんが言ってたダメになったバンド It's actually one thing. そう、ともりちゃんが言ってた、ともり was saying, ともり was talking about, ともりちゃん was talking about、ダメになったバンド、ね、so the band which didn't work out, but like that the band that she was talking about, it's hard to kind of put it in English, but bando, the band that she was talking about, which didn't go well, で talking about this topic, so topic で this band is
そよさん、もしかして前やってたバンドって。
そう、Anonちゃん ask そよちゃん、そよさん、もしかして、perhaps could it be true? 前やってたバンドって、of course そよさんが前やってたバンド the band you were in before ってバンドは
ともりちゃんと同じバンドだったんだ。
yeah ともりちゃんと同じバンドだったんだね。ともりちゃんと同じバンドね。band same band as ともりちゃん。ともりちゃんと同じバンドだったんだね。Here it's the same band that ともり was in。
クライシックっていう名前、ともりちゃんから聞いてない？
クライシックっていう名前、ね、a name、that is、クライシックっていう名前、ともりちゃんから from ともり聞いてない like haven't you heard、from ともり、this name、クライシック haven't you heard of this name from ともり？
聞いたことない。
like nope 聞いたことがない、ね、like haven't heard of this name。
そっか、
そっかI see。
どんなバンドだったの？
どんなバンドだったの？ What kind of band was it?
これ見てもらえる？
これ見てもらえる？ She's about to show something、to アノンちゃん。そう、これ、She's putting something in front of アノンちゃん。これ見てもらえる？ね、手もらう。gifting verb もらう、もらえる。ね、can you take a look at this? ね、for me?
スマホの動画？
スマホスマホ、スマートフォン、スマホの動画、ビデオ、スマホの動画、
ちょっと画質が荒いけど。
ね、ね、いや、ちょっと画質が荒い、ね、ちょっと画質、ね、image quality 画質、ね、picture quality 画質、image quality が荒い、ね、荒い、ね、rough、ちょっと画質が荒いけど、ね、the video quality、ね、picture quality isn't that good. It's pretty rough, but oh my gosh, I managed. One sec, I'm so thirsty. ちょっと待ってね。よいしょ。よし。 できた。どこ行った？ちょっと待ってね。うん。ララララララー。おー。ちょっと待ってね。One sec. Just checking the chat. ちょっと待ってね。Gabriele, you're here. There's no money, Sakiko. Oh, no spoiler. No spoiler. Keizo, you're here. Keizo, you're here. 仕事したくない is the most relatable Sanos. わかるわかる。Yep, yep. Schizoid, you are not late. It's fine, it's fine. I had a problem earlier, and it started late anyway, so you are not late. Don't worry. Since it frozen time, I came back to life. ちょっと待ってね。ザイト、you're here. はいはいはい。Delta, you're here. 一人で、読み始めた。千と千尋の神隠し。うん。はいはい。千と千尋の神隠し。長いね。It's pretty long. うん。アニメ化は一番好きな映画。うん、そうだね。いい、すごくいい。面白いね。うん。宮崎さんの映画だね。Spirited Away。Delta。Talking about 千と千尋の神隠し。ね。A cool down you like the film. Spirited Away。千と千尋の神隠し。面白いよね。ファーキョン says お疲れ。お疲れ。Oh my gosh。大変だった。That wasn't easy. Honestly, I got traumatized a bit in the middle, but you know what can I do? I've seen some major like streamers, restarting the computer like 5 times in one stream or something. I've seen that, so like, this is actually nothing. A lot of things, even for really big streamers, things actually go wrong. So like I'm not that surprised. Yeah, but imagine restarting like 5 times in one stream. Sounds like a nightmare, right? But luckily I didn't have to restart my computer or anything. I just had to reset something really quickly, and then I came back. Anyway, 大変だったね。Cunningston's, you just joined? Yeah, you're early, yes. Falcon says that's horrifying though. I know. I'm pretty tough. And I always try to make sure everything, runs fine. But even that, something happens and I have to accept it and then try to identify, what the problem was. And sometimes I just have to kind of, clean up everything and just reinstall, and then sometimes it's the best way. So anyway, そうだね。Let me see. Gabriele says, watching your lives helped me to improve my English and Japanese. Excellent. 2 languages. ありがとうね。Thank you for saying that. And Meroy says, technical difficulties can always happen. Right. I just don't want it to happen during my stream. Anyway, I mean, I'm normally, fine, and everything works fine. But I don't know. Every now and then, maybe this time of the year or something. I don't know. Anything could happen. Nothing is perfect. So, anyway, who else is here? Falcon says, tough sensei. Am I tough? I'm tough. Dev Potable says, I showed up even later, so no technical difficulties. Right, you missed it. Yeah, I had to start a bit late to make sure everything runs, and in the middle, my webcam tracking kind of went. So had to kind of quickly fix it. It wasn't too bad at all. So anyway, And who else is here? Zaito says, thank you. Thanks for the stream. You're always welcome. Cunningston says, hope everyone has a happy and a safe new year. Right. I mean, this year is already ending. I haven't done anything. Well, I haven't. I've done a lot. Anyway. Let me see. Fakions says a little bit of a scoff is a part of the streamer experience, right? Right. I'm tough. I'm ready for anything. Gabriele says good work, sensei. ありがとうね. Thank you for saying that. Schizoid says thank you for the stream. You're welcome. I survived. I can't believe I actually did it. I'm gonna just like delete all the OBS like streaming software files and everything, and just like clean install again just to make sure it runs more smoothly. Anyway, Mary says thank you, sensei, much appreciated. You're welcome. Cool Down says お疲れ様でしたね、ありがとうね、本当に私めっちゃお疲れI'm just so お疲れ right now. Anyway じゃあね、みんなどうもありがとうね、Thank you so much for your patience and thank you for waiting for me to start today. I was panicking. I mean, I didn't really panic, but I was like, oh no, why now? Having some issue with my software. It's working now, but next time I try to kind of, clean up everything. Anyway. Woo. And let me see. Falkion says, thank you for surviving. Sensei, right. Hope that we all see each other in the next year, right. And may our Japanese language journey be fruitful in 2025. いいね、いいこと言うね。Wonderful thing to say. Zaito says bye-bye. Bye-bye. And Gabriele says a happy new year for everyone. Gabriele, your English is excellent. Good. Right. So, okay. One more. Someone in Holland says bye-bye. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year to you. Because this will be my last stream this year. And yeah, I hope to see you all in the new year and in my stream. はい、もう疲れた今日本当にやばい。I'm like, oh gosh, oh my gosh, my brain's fried. ごめんね。変なこと言っちゃったかな今日。大丈夫だよね。I didn't say anything weird, right? Cool down says see you next year, right? And Meroy says stay safe, everyone. See you next year, indeed. And Zaito, ありがとうね。読めない私。今ドイツ語ダメ。今読めない。Right. じゃあ行くよ私ね。ありがとうね。どうもありがとう。はいはい、行きますよ。Thank you so much for staying to the end. ね、どうもありがとうね。来年は先生ももっと頑張るよ。ね、I'll try my best and in the upcoming year in 2025. I'll do well, I'll do more and I try to make more exciting content and I'll see you more as well. I hope to stream a bit more as long as my streaming software works. はい、ありがとうね。じゃあ行くよ。どうもありがとう。And see you next time. ありがとうね。And a happy new year to you soon. And I hope you in the new year. Okay? じゃあまたね。ありがとう。